Sangye Shindu Mikte Owargi Roku Nanda Shimna Juparsho Irana Mandara Kamiyatayami Sangye Chudang Soki Choknamla Chanchu Mardu Dagni Kapsuchi Daki Chunyen Kipe Sunam Ki Jola Benchir Sangye Juparsho Sangye Chudam Zoki Choknamla Chanchu Mardu Dagni Kapsuchi Daki Chunyen Kipe Sunam Ki Jola Benchir Sangye Juparsho Sangye Chudam Zoki Choknamla Chanchu Bardu Dagni Kyasuchi Dagi Chunyen Gipe Sunam Ki Jola Benchir Sangye Juparsho Sangye Chudam Zoki Choknamla Chanchu Bardu Dagni Kyasuchi Dagi Chunyen Gipe Sunam Ki Jola Benchir Sangye Juparsho
Shogudi Smoguri.
Okay, the first question. In the 18 leisures and fortunes, which of the 5 opportunities are related to the general people? Yeah. No,
You weren't.
no, general people. General, not
In
self.
general, born on central land,
Yeah.
Would have one.
the Buddha came,
Buddha came,
Buddha taught,
Who faith in Buddha teaching?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people support the
People
teachings.
support the teaching. One more.
Oh, that wasn't 5. I think that was 5.
Okay, yeah, no 5 bad deeds. Yeah. Oh.
no, that's specific to a
Yeah, that's one of the.
Oh yeah, that's the personal.
Yeah. I think we said all 5.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, how about those that are related to self?
Go ahead,
Oh.
person.
Yeah.
Not commit to the 5 bad things.
Not commit to 5 bad deeds.
You have your faculties.
Faculties intact.
Central land.
Central land, born as human, and one more.
Not procrastinating, handling. Yeah.
No, that's
Still have faith
That's
in
faculties.
Yeah.
Faith.
Okay, in the eon of light, when is the Buddha likely to come? During the increase or decrease?
Decrease.
Decrease. Yeah, so smart.
We just figured that out.
Okay, now the Tibetan. Junpa.
Light. Oh,
Jumpa.
right. Yeah,
Holy.
Holy.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the one. High honorific language. Junmei Kalpa,
Eon of
Munmei
light to the eon
Kalpa,
of
the
darkness.
sunny Kalpa.
and
Dark
Dark Kalpa. Tang Sang.
Nowadays,
Nowadays, yes. Okay, thank you. Nishala, over to you.
Oh no, it's too early. Okay, let me see.
oh,
Where we are.
microphone
Almost
vision.
too reasonable.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's much okay.
You did it. Say microphone.
Yeah, you say microphone.
Not the butterphone. Butterphone. Makes me feel better. Hello. Each time. Okay.
Indeed.
So we were trying to prove that these days are good days because there was a Buddha in this world, and we established that the odds of being in such a time is very rare. Okay, and there's different times of good times, and sometimes there are millions of years in between, and then so we're in a time when there's supposed to come 1,000 Buddhas. And we're discussing whether we're on number 3 or 4, I don't know. Excuse me. Maitreya is 4 or Sakyamuni is 4?
Shakyamuni is 4.
Oh, okay. I always thought it was, anyway. Okay.
I guess that's why.
So, and we talked about that, and we're trying to, I was curious, why 1,000 Buddhas? Why not 946 or, what's the deal? And I was just curious if anyone talked about it, and somebody did talk about it. Tsongkhapa. Let me see. Yeah, here. So start with Chang, okay? Right here. And please read.
Trang tong ki nyepa sepani nije tu kalpa sangpola sange tongi tu drak pe gat trup me pacha wei chir pro shanti peni kel sang ki sange tong tang chok chui sange tong trin len nyampar ten pei chir ro she chedo.
Yeah, I don't know if I read this. Let me see.
Definitely 1,000.
Okay. I'm not sure I understand it, but I think I do. Okay. Chang tong ki ngepa. What's that mean?
Definitely 1,000 count.
Yeah, why is the count? Here's the Chang and Chang Chemba, for example, right? Sankhya. So why is the count exactly 1,000? Why was the count made at exactly 1,000? Mi je do kalpa sambala sangye toni do chakpe. Mi je is a Buddha. Is a Buddha paradise called not for. I forget what Mijay means. It's not forget. Maybe somebody can look it up. MJED. Okay. It's a Buddha field called Mijay. Don't J. Huh?
Patience or fortitude or endurance or.
Yeah, I think it might be misspelled. Anyway, okay. Anyway, it's a Buddha paradise. Okay.
Adhidashana?
Yeah, it might be the one where Maitreya is. I don't know. Anyway, there they drapa. Everybody says there's 1,000
Fame.
Buddhas coming in the Kalpasambho, in the good times, which is our times, okay, in the pure times. Everyone says, it's going to be 1,000. Therefore, Gaktu Mepachawi Chiro. I think this means it's not something you could prove or disprove. It's just something that everybody says in that heaven. Okay. And then he quotes Shantipa, who's an Indian master. Is that Vegana? Who said, Kalsangi Sange Tong, the 1,000 Buddhas of the good eon, okay? And the 1,000 Buddhas of the 10 directions, their chinle.
Their high activities.
Yeah, that's the super honorific for their deeds, their high deeds, are totally equal. They don't differ at all from each other. They all do the same great things. Shechedo. So he's quoting an Indian master who's quoting what they say in that heaven. Okay? And that's why it's 1,000. And it's not something you could prove or disprove. It's just what people say in heaven. Okay? I think that's what it means. That wasn't very helpful. Okay. We are going through the 18 good things about our life that make us lucky. Why did we get to those? Because he's
Trying to prove the I.
yeah, good. Say it more clearly for these guys.
In one of the argument, the other party is saying that we want to get rid of the sense faculty because it is part of the link number 5, and
Which is part of the
wheel of life.
and the wheel of life is something you have to reject. Get out of.
Yeah. So we bring in this discussion about the 8 leisures and 10 opportunities, which is in the Lamrim, taught in the Lamrim, and we want to prove that all these our sense faculties are part of the body that we have to take care and treasure.
Yeah, good. Yeah. So if something's in the wheel of life, it should be something you want to get rid of. But the sense powers are in the wheel of life at link number 5. So, which is the empty buildings, because it represents the empty senses. Yeah, in Windows. So, on one point of view, they are something we should get rid of. And the Buddha doesn't have them because the Buddha is standing outside of the wheel of life pointing to the moon. So he must have rejected them. Therefore, eyes are bad things. And then we say, not necessarily so. And then he says, why? And we say, in the Lamrim, they're wonderful things because they let you read books and get out of the wheel of life. Okay, got it? So then, unfortunately, the book said the 18 good things about our life. And we never, in this translation group, get to a number and don't explain it. So in this translation group, we always have a footnote that says, here's the 18. Because the book mentioned 18. It said the eye is one of the 18. Okay, so then we're going to the 18. And we got to number 13.
12. Have we done 12? 12.
Oh, we did 12?
No.
We didn't do 12?
No, not yet.
Oh, sorry, I'm sorry, here we are, okay. And he's proving, some author is proving that these 18 really are rare. Okay, go.
Tenpe Jesu Shen Juk Pang Conte Sange Kiten Pa La Tene Tenpe Kor Suk Par Gom Pa Kun Kyang Sange Kik Sung Pe De Nu Sun Gyut Te Si Thang Thế Tha Khí Kong Rel Ten Chu Se Ma Nam Ki Ming Sam Yang Ma Chu Par Thế Tha Khí Kong Pa Thang Mi Thun Pe Lun Po Tha Khí Cha Je Chak We Sik La Thu Sam Gom Sum Che Pa Mang Sing Ten Pa Nam Ma Nam La
Yeah.
Nam La Thu Sam Gom Sum Che Pa Sin Tu Nyung War Nang We Chiro.
Okay, cool. Tembe Jesu Jupa. So it's supposed to be that we're very lucky that there are Temba Jesu Jupas in this world.
Teach other people practicing.
Yeah, people trying to practice the teachings, okay? So we're lucky that a Buddha came, we're lucky that a Buddha talked, we're lucky that the teachings are still here, and we're lucky that other people, our comrades, our colleagues are still trying to practice also. And then we have a Sangha, and then we have a group of support around us, okay? But it's rare in the universe to have people, other people who are also practicing and supporting your practice, okay, by their practice. They're doing their book, so you feel guilty and you do your book. Sangye Kitaba Latene, those who have faith in the teachings of the Buddha, okay. What's this mean, Tembe Gorshu? This gore we had in Shopping's text yesterday, but that was a long time ago.
Not surrounded.
I'll give you a clue, it's locative.
Oh, by the door.
By the door.
Oh, you
Yeah, into the door, into the door. She had Gomache, which was written as Gomche in the text, miscarved as Kata meditation, and it turned out to be, didn't close the door. Okay. Yeah, we have people around us who have entered into the door of the teachings. That's an idiom that means they've become Buddhists. They're trying to practice Buddhism. And having entered, they are Gomba.
Practicing.
Okay, Gomba Kunkyang, all those guys. And Sangeki Sumbe Dene Sum.
The baskets of the teaching.
Yeah, the 3 baskets. Tripitaka. Don't say Tripitaka. Okay, it's Tripitaka. Tri means 3, like triangle. And Pitaka means basket. And these are the 3 sections of the Buddhist teaching. So, what? Okay, Dana Sum, people are trying to practice the 3, which is what? Abhidharma, Sutra, and Vinaya. These 3 big parts, morality, meditation, and wisdom. and Gyudeshi.
Tantra.
Yeah, and the 4 classes of Tantra. Okay, people are trying to practice them. And we have the Gong drills,
Commentary.
the commentaries which explain what they really mean, okay, what they were meant to mean. And we have the Tenja. Now here at Sema is an adjective. You tell me.
The valid commentaries.
Yeah, we have correct commentaries. The most famous Sema you had was in ACI 3 or 4? Yeah, Kebu, Seme Kebu. Seme Kebu. Yeah. A person who is always correct. Okay. Meaning Buddha. Yeah. It's pramana used as an adjective, not as a state of mind. This is a pramana person, and we have pramana books hanging around. Okay, you guys are translating pramana books when they're spelled correctly. Okay, Namki. But there are people who Ming Sam Yang Matapa.
Only listen to the word alone. Like,
Mata.
They don't listen in name only.
Mata.
Don't listen.
don't
They never heard even the name of these books.
Most of the time,
Okay.
even.
And trust me, there's people like that. You know, you are translating 8 great subjects of Buddhism. There are people writing commentaries who don't know the names of the 8 great subjects of Buddhism.
Oh, you mean those things?
Someone gave me a book yesterday. Okay, the other one I threw out the other day was Tao Te Ching for couples. And I opened up the first page, and I heard Ming Ka Ming Fei Chang Ming answer. You know, they never read it. They never looked at it. They thought it would be cute to write a book about it. Okay, and Ming Sam Yang Matupa means they never even heard the names of these books that you're translating. You know, okay, Abhidharma. They don't know what's Abhidharma, and they wrote a commentary on Buddhism. Okay, really irritating.
So what's the difference between a commentary clarifying the intent and a valid commentary?
That's a good question. It's about the same thing if you ask me. Okay, it's about the same. You could, if it's written this way, you could say these are commentaries on the Buddha's own words, like Heart Sutra commentaries, and these are like independent commentaries, like Pramanavartika or stuff like that. Okay, if I had to, if I was put in a corner and had to distinguish between those two. Okay, so then we got people who are limbo. We had it yesterday. Dozang Lung. Zhang. Lun.
Oh, clean.
Sutra of the Zangs and the
Oh,
Oh, the wise and the foolish.
Yeah. So this is the foolish. It's spelled balloon. Okay. So there are fools who never even heard the name Abhidharma Kosha. Okay, and they write things that are mitun
Not in accord
with the Gongba.
with the true intent.
Yeah, with what the books really mean. They just write, Tao Te Ching for couples, and Daki,
Bestseller.
and there are among many people who are practicing this is Buddhist. What do you call that? Pedagogy.
Pedagogy.
This is the way a Buddhist learns things. It might make a good life tool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here's the 3 steps by which a Buddhist learns things. Number 1,
To listening in class.
yeah, they listen in class, which is called, classroom time. Okay, classroom time. It's called Shrava, listening. But it means being in the class, okay? Then they go home. Now, in the car, they sum, because they're driving.
Think about
Yeah, contemplate. But they don't go.
meditate.
Yeah, they go when they get home. Hopefully. Okay, so they tu in the class, they sum in the car, and then they go on what they summed, and they sum on what they tud. Okay, so it's an interconnection. And the name of our monastery, the subtitle name, Sera Me Monastery, is To Sam Gom Ling. Or so, you should say Gom. Which means a dvipa, an island in the world of Tu, Sam, and Gom. A little island in the world where people are Tu, Sam, and Gom. Okay, and this is talking about many people who took some gom about what the Limbos wrote.
Those fools.
Fools.
They're studying the Tao Te Ching for couples and not the Tao Te Ching. Okay? What he's saying is it's con. It's kun.
Rare.
Alright.
It's rare to have people, other people who are really studying. You know, see, he first told you there's lots of things to study, blah blah blah, and then he said, you know what, it's rare to find someone doing it. Okay, excuse me,
Where's the rare?
way up here,
Oh.
Kun, right here.
Thanks.
Okay, and this is all part of his talk. Actually, this is a syllogism. You know, it's rare to have other friends studying with you, and then there's lots of stuff to study, but people study other stuff. They study Tao Te Ching for couples and, you know, The Secret and stuff like that. Yeah, okay. So, therefore, and I corrected this, but I'm not totally sure. I wish it had been Namdak, but it might be. Namdak would have been people who are Tusam Gom, doing those three things about the real teachings, okay? So this might be Namdak, but it's definitely not Ma. Are Shin Dun Yung.
Few,
they appear
very
like a
few.
flash.
Yeah. And then he does a very Buddhist thing, $100.
Oh, it appears that way.
Damn. What's that mean?
I don't really know how they.
Yeah, who do I can't read people's minds. Maybe the person who wrote the Tao Te Ching for couples is a Buddha. I don't know. It's the most honest thing for a Buddhist to say. You know, it looks like everyone's wasting their time on these junky books in the airport. But who am I to say? You know, it just seems that way to me. It's a way to get out of harsh speech. You know,
And wrong view.
everybody knows what he wanted to say. Okay? But he says, but who am I? You know, I don't know. Maybe they're special, you know. It looks like that. But it's a nice little thing. We had something like that yesterday. Who was that? Oh yeah, he said reject people.
But love them.
Yeah, reject people who do what?
Bad morality.
Was it bad morality?
Other people out there.
Evil guys.
Yeah, people.
Only think about
Oh,
themselves.
yeah, he said reject people who only think about themselves, but never reject them in your heart. He had a little
Disclaimer.
thing there. Okay.
Small thing.
Okay. Now we go into number 13. Lucky thing number 13 that we have in this world.
Shanki chiêm nín sewa yang nhung te chu je sakya pandita
Pandite. Who's got the plane, Mr. Kramer?
dom chun
Got the plane means you're correcting him.
dom chun pao chair
Chen?
chun
Sun.
sun
First line of the verse.
dom chun dom
Sun.
chun chun
Mandarin, like Tao. Like
Second S.
Sun.
sun dom chun dom chun
He's correcting us.
dom chun pao chair kurwa nhung kurwa thế thạc dom chun nhung chim thạc chưa lá tế pa nhung tế pa chân nhí chưa trà mến chưa pa thế thạc lóc chơi cứu choi cứu choi cứu
No, the S. Sorry.
choi cứu
Not soy sauce, but soy sauce.
Soy sauce. Soy sauce.
kéo từ lóc cho mi
Calte. Cal. It's not gel. Gel means spine.
kéo tới
Cal means if.
kéo tới lóc cho mi sa wế chú chê thế thạc men ra sẽ sung bà lê mà sẽ sung bà lê mà
Le mande.
Le mande
Yeah, heavy prenasal.
dukte chiro.
Yeah, two prenasals in a row. Le mandendu.
Le manden duk.
Nice.
Le manden.
His pronunciation is very good. If you ever learn Tibetan, learn from him. Okay. Now we have a fortune called "There Still Exists Love in the World for Others."
Sponsors.
Yeah, and it means sponsors. Okay, so love in the world for others is a secret wording that means Mr. Woos. Okay, we still have Mr. Woos around to support us. So that's another good thing about this world. Not many, but we have some. Not enough, but we have some. Then that's a fortune, but in each case he's saying kun, 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 right?
Yeah.
These are rare.
Right.
You know, we do have sponsors, but they're rare. It's rare to be in a world where there are sponsors. And he says, Nyung. There are also only a few. Okay, Nyung means kun, same thing. There's only a few of them around. Okay. Then the Cheje, which means what?
The thing being put.
Yeah, and this is misspelled.
Oh, yeah.
They're talking about the
Dharma King. Dharma Lord.
Why is this misspelled?
Because not after.
or because
Right,
side.
and it's not that he is the Cheje. He's the Dharma Lord,
And it can't be,
Sakya Pandita.
can't be the nominative because there's already one after.
Yeah, I mean it could have been someone quoting the Sakya Pandita, but I don't think so. So anyway, the Sakya Pandita lived in the 1200s, and he's famous for converting the Mongols who came to attack Tibet, and he converted them, and then Marco Polo met them, and then they took over China briefly 200 years or something. And so anyway, it was a big deal. Okay. Domtsun Pelcher Kurwa Nyung. Okay, Domtsun means those who make an effort to keep their vows. Those who honor their vows. People who honor their vows. For the most part, you know, people who honor them are rare. People who honor people who keep their vows, meaning ordained people. If they meet a monk or nun who's keeping their vows, right, it's rare to find someone who really pays respect to a good monk or a good nun. It's rare. Guess what he's going to say next?
It's rare that people are keeping their vows in the first place.
Yeah, okay. And it's rare to find a monk or nun who's worth respecting. Okay. Okay. So this is the pattern of this verse, you know. We don't see many people respecting the good monks and nuns, but there's not a lot of good monks and nuns to respect. Okay. Chindak chila depanyung.
There are a few sponsors who have faith in Dharma.
Yeah, there's not many sponsors who have faith in the Dharma. And there's not many people with faith following the Dharma to take the money from the sponsors. Okay, got it? Okay. You know, even if the sponsor wanted to give money away, there's not many people. Depachen means who are objects of their faith. Okay, having faith, but it means who are objects of their faith. Chuja, who are worthy to be offered to. Ja is future perfect.
Yeah.
Is men another way to say few? Is that like low? Or is that...
Yeah, men means few. Here.
Yeah.
Okay, in fact, I'm going to wipe out this note. Okay. Normally it means low, but here it means low in number. Okay. Chuja men. Chiba dedat lokto gyu. Kelte lokto. So, and most of the offerings that those sponsors make to us have been gotten by doing bad things. The biggest sponsor we had in New Jersey for the temple was a Mongolian couple who founded a chain of liquor stores. And we were always conflicted, you know. They paid for the air conditioner and we're like, I don't know. But we took it anyway. Okay. So anyway, Lokso Gyu means things they've gotten off wrongly. Lokso means, bad, like selling weapons or selling alcohol or selling drugs. Okay, lokso gil. So kelte lokso misawe. If we refuse to eat those offerings, if we refuse to make an air conditioning system with those offerings, okay, there's not a lot of people who would do that, There's not a lot of Dharma practitioners who would refuse those offerings, okay? Okay, so it's just a long list of fews. And our author is using it to prove that there's not a lot of people around who are sponsoring correctly or to sponsor. Even if you find a sponsor who has a lot of money, oftentimes they got the money badly. Okay, so then you're put in a situation, okay? Rinpoche's position was, let them make some good karma, huh? I'm like, what? It's like, let's let them make some good karma. They won't be hot in their future life, in the hells. They'll be in the cold hells. Okay. So now I would offer money, but I lost too much today already. This is an idiom, and I wonder if anyone can figure it out. That first line.
There's few who have gone to.
It's not very common.
They have not gone to Nirvana.
You'll never figure it out. I should have put money on it.
Something about
It's an idiom that means in modern American English we say, "Ain't that the way it is? Ain't that the way it is?" But in Tibetan it means things are never beyond that. You see, things never change, do they? This is the one that means beyond, to go beyond. It's a name for the Buddha, but here it means things never go beyond that. Means ain't that the way it is? It's always like that, isn't it? Okay, it's an idiom. Okay, and you won't see it very often. Probably it's an idiom you don't have to learn. You can translate it as they went beyond or something.
Which part of that?
Sumba le mande badu. Things haven't changed, have they? Since the 1200s. It's kind of like that, The situation doesn't go beyond that described here. Okay? And it means, ain't that the way it is?
including the sum, that's part of the...
Yeah, that's the object. That's the that. Okay. Ain't that the way it is? Ain't the way he said it the way it is? Things haven't gone beyond that way he said it since the 1200s. Okay. All right. Here we go. Excuse me. I think we just finished.
13.
We finished the 5 that relate to the general situation in the world. And now we're going to get 5 that relate to me personally. Okay, 5 good things. The 5 good things are going on in the world, and 5 good things have happened with me. Okay, here we go. Mr. Kramer.
Mir kepa lagiu gewa nampar dappa chik drup Goethe Gewa Druppa Nyungwa Kong tu Kong tu
Yeah, Gong means my true intent. Kong means above.
Kong tu Shesin Pa Taro.
You guys can figure this
Yeah,
out.
it's rare to be born as a human.
Yeah, why?
Birth as a human, it requires extremely pure virtue.
Good.
And then that you have to do.
Good, that you have to accomplish. And?
And it's rare that people are accomplishing something.
Nice. As I explained before.
As I stated above.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, so there you go. Perfect. Unusual. Okay, must be the early hour. Okay, let's go. Next one.
You'll be
Wow. Where's Kramer when you need him?
you'll
Is he breathing?
You. Just kidding.
you'll sukewa yang shintu kente pa top me ki konam shi shuk pala you'll susong te konam shini shuk pe you'll ni nam ke kun sam ขอนำสีชุกเป
She.
ขอนำสีชุกเปอิลนีสิงเตพังลอยคืนซ้ำทูนางงอ
Okay, good, nice.
ที่กันมา
It's Kumba to Usuke.
It's rare to be born into a central land.
Yeah, central land means a place where Buddhism has come. So America is almost not a central land. India is no longer a central land. You know, okay, like that. It depends on what's the state of Buddhism at that time. Okay. Pakpa Togmeki,
Arya Sangha.
Arya Sangha said, Kornamshi, you got to look it up in Sikh, okay? But it means full monks, full nuns, or novice monks, novice nuns. It's called the four-part Sangha, Kornamshi, okay? I forget who's in there. But it means Buddhism's going on because we have monks, we have nuns, we have training monks, we have training nuns. That's called the four members of the group. So if you have the four members of the group in that country, that's considered a central country.
No, Kimpa.
Full community.
Kimpa.
Monks, nuns, laymen, and laywomen.
Yeah.
Really? Who are practicing? Okay.
Oh,
Is
people
it?
with lay vows, maybe. Oh.
The Kimpa Homo Ni.
Okay. So ordained male and female practitioners and unordained male and female Buddhist practitioners. And if you have those four, it's a central land. Roughly. Okay. There's a more strict definition, but we're not going there.
Yeah, but it says the she, but then it has 6 groups here.
Oh, money, baby, who? Okay. Anyway, you figure it out and make a footnote. Okay. Yul Usu Sungpe. We call it a central land when you have those four groups staying there. Okay. Like monks, nuns, and Shinchens and Sugengs. Okay. Now, what's the odds? You know, how many non-central lands are there and how many central lands are there? Okay. Konam Shimi Shupeyu, lands where you don't have those four groups. Kyun means the extent or the measure. Okay. Kyun means the measure. Namka.
The sky.
Yeah, as big as the sky, you know, which is, you know, because the sky is over all countries, right? So the number of countries where you don't have Buddhism are as big as the sky, okay? And countries where you do have those four groups are as big as the
Cartwheel.
Wagon wheel.
the diameter of a car tire. This much, okay, then compared to the sky. That's the odds of being born in a place where people, you know, it's one thing to be born on this planet, but it's another thing to be born where there's going to be classes like this. That place is as big as this, okay. The odds are bad. To get into there is bad, okay. All right. Kyun Samdu, no.
It appears.
It would appear. It would appear. He's like saying, I don't know, maybe those guys are practicing somehow, but I don't, it doesn't look like it. Okay, there's lots of countries where the official religion is Buddhism, but what they're doing is not Buddhism. Okay, none, it seems to me. Okay, all right. Here we go. Number 16. We're almost done with your footnote, which is why we're going so slow with our translations.
เลกีธามาล็อกปานิซัมเมคิเลมาเชปาเตดิจุงเซเชปายุงนายังดิคังชุกิเคเคเคเชปานินางง
Good.
Delicious cake.
Lekitama Lokpa means you didn't mess up with the
5 immediate.
You didn't mess up with the extreme karma. So lekita here means extreme karma, which means the
5 immediate misdeeds.
the 5 serious ones: killing your father, killing your mother, trying to kill a Buddha, killing an arhat, and splitting up the sangha. Okay, you haven't done the worst of karmas, is what it means. Okay. And then he interprets it for us, okay? Okay, because the wording is the ultimate karma hasn't been messed up. That's the wording of the fortune, okay? And then he explains it. He says, that means you haven't done one of those 5 deeds. Ma chepa te. Di chung se chepa nyung nayang.
It's rare that someone hasn't
I gotta change my interpretation
at
here.
least a piece of them.
Yeah, a little bit. Chungze.
Yeah.
I would say this. Now you would have expected it to say, Di chung se ma chepa nyung.
It's rare to not have done.
Some little version of them,
Yeah.
but he doesn't say that. He says it's rare even to do a little piece of these, you know,
To
like
not have done a lot.
no, it's rare to kill your father, for example. It is rare,
Yeah.
okay, but I would have been more comfortable if it had been machepa.
It would have followed with the
Right.
theme.
Just like a little version.
Yeah,
Mosquito.
those of us who haven't done a little bit, like yelled at our parents, are rare, okay? Di kyang chiki ge chepani nango. And I think this nung means we can observe that if you had hurt your parents, for example, it would be a tremendous obstacle to your practice, okay? Gek chepa. It would stop you from practicing, okay? Okay, here we go. Here is the one we wanted after 2 days. Okay,
王博圈美，把脏话养圈咯。
translate.
It's rare. Go ahead, Sugeng.
The sense,
Wait, sang means complete.
something.
You know, all 5. This is home coffee. It's better. I'm gonna mix it.
It's rare to have a complete
Sense powers
sense power
without a kin.
without a
Yeah, kin means some kind of defect. Like you can't see well, your ears, you can't hear very well. Okay. Okay, you have some kind of handicap. It's rare to get them all working. And once you're born with them, then you lose them anyway. Okay, so it's rare that they're all working at the same time.
Kyon means what? Just,
Kin means without some kind of defect,
because something.
non-defective. You know, usually some of them have some problem. We can't hear well, or we can't see well, or you know. Okay. Okay. Number 18. Oh, so but that's the I that we were talking about. That's the sense powers, link number 5. You know, he says they're rare, you're lucky to have them. So this wheel of life stuff is probably incorrect. Okay.
Okay. Nela de pa yang kyun te, sangye kisung te, lappa sumla sokpala, ning ne de pa, toppa ni, shintu nyungwa nangwe chiro.
You translate, you guys.
It's rare.
Now, the 18 have funny names. They're like your life tools, which are gonna shopping. Here you go. What's the 3 things their life tools gonna be? One of them has 2 parts.
Catchy name and relevant photo, and then
That's the first one. Catchy name and good photo.
and it should be relevant to people's life, and then it should be authentic and accurate.
Yeah, it should come from the real scriptures, and it should be something people need,
Yeah.
relevant to their life. Okay.
Does it need to relate to the level we are studying now?
No.
Okay.
In general.
Okay. Okay, so they have tricky names. Okay, the Buddha gave the 18 sexy names that are sometimes we don't know what they mean. This one's called faith in the place. Faith in the place, and we don't know. That's what he named his life tool. Faith in the place. These 18 have nicknames, and some of them are not clear. Okay, so he has to explain it. Faith in the place is also rare because Sangeke Sumpe Lapasum.
The 3 trainings of the Buddha.
Why is that particularly relevant to this list that we had so far?
Because it talks about people practicing.
Because it's related to the teaching of the Buddha.
You're getting there. Keep going.
Chusamungong.
No, it's the other 2.
Oh, the 3 baskets.
The 3 baskets
Basket.
are defined by teaching the 3 trainings.
Trainings.
The 3 baskets, the 3 parts of the Buddha's teaching in all together. Kangyo, Tengyo, Sumbo, everything has 3 subjects, and it's the 3 trainings. The 3 trainings. Okay, now, what's difficult is to correlate them to the right Pitaka. So here we go. The easy one,
Knowledge.
yeah, the easy one is, yeah, Abhidharma is the easy one. Is it?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Sutra.
Concentration.
Yeah, meditation. Now that's unusual, right?
That's the weird one.
And what's the third one? Vinaya is easy. Okay, okay. The only one that's difficult is the Sutra one. Yeah, Sutra is meditation. So there are 3 trainings in Buddhism.
Vinayas
And by the way, in the monastery, in the debate ground, you cannot say training. You have to say extraordinary training, or you're in trouble. Okay. Sangeki sumki, napasum, la sopa, etc. Those who have tepa nyingne
In their heart.
from their heart, deep faith. Okay, who have attained the state of deep faith towards these 3 topics, which are covered in the 3 baskets. Okay, are shintu.
Very few.
Very few nung.
It would appear.
It appears to me. Okay. Okay. There's lots of people in the monastery. Really, I mean, the monastery is a funny place. You can find people who are unbelievable, totally unbelievable. I was telling V a story last night. I had an assignment to edit a rare logic text, and apparently there's only one monk who could do it, who could help me. He's the abbot of Tashi Lumbo, and I went to see him. And the attendant, the guy in the front room, he's this old guy, no teeth, he smells funny. He's sitting on a concrete floor with some straw, and that's his bed. No, it's not even in a cloth, it's just straw on the floor. And he's got in his lap, he's got, monks' robes. Monks use their laps to hold things, like ladies with long dresses. And he's got 5 puppies on his lap, and he's got an eyedropper, and he's feeding milk to them. And I'm like, I gotta meet the abbot. He says, yeah, just wait. And I'm waiting, and then finally I'm like, can I see him now? And he says, I'm not done feeding the dogs yet. He was the abbot. Yeah. And he's the greatest logician in India. And he's the greatest tantrika. And he's feeding dogs with he's on this sloppy floor and so you meet special people like that, but you also have a lot of slackers. There's a lot of slackers in the monastery. It's free food, and there's a lot of guys apparently doing nothing. Nangwa. Okay. For every one of those, there's like 10 of those. Okay, really. It's still the best place in the universe, but there are a lot of slackers there. Okay. Okay, here we go.
Kela, Kelnyor, Danjor, Kichu, Cho, Kepo, Rere, Nekyang, Nyepa, Sintu, Kawardukna, Tamche, Luchiki, Pengtu, Sangwa, Nishintu, Kunpa, Len O, Le Min Duk Ching. Chú cho ghép bó kháng yang rong hoa chích ma sang nang Down jor kilusu mindrote.
Nice. Your pronunciation is awesome. But I'm going to stop praising you. Right? Can you criticize him today a little bit for me? Okay. She'll do. They like down jerky chicho. All wives do. I had an experience last night. Okay. Down jerky chicho gepa rene. Okay. Each of the 18, right? Leisures and fortunes. Each one of them is nyepa shintuka.
Extremely difficult to pronounce.
Yeah, not all 18, but each one is difficult to get. Tamche. Lu chiki tengdo.
It's once
For each body to have.
No.
on top of
Yeah, with one body, all of them together, sangwa, complete, all 18 complete. Shindukun.
very rare.
Yeah. Now here's an idiom for you, okay? Leyum and du means.
Don't have the karma.
No, it's an idiom. He's using a couple of idioms like this. Leyum and du means. well, how do you say it? It wouldn't be appropriate to call it anything less than extremely rare. Okay? This is the which is used in Arhat.
Worthy.
Yeah, worthy. It wouldn't be worthy to be called anything less than extremely rare. So it's an idiom. Okay? This is not something we could ever say was less than extremely rare. That's in English. Okay? In Tibetan, it wouldn't be worthy to call it less than blank and amazing, okay, like that. Okay, it's an expression. Okay. Now the po makes it
All 18.
all 18 nice. Kaya ruwa chik matsang naang.
Or each of them. Or any
Come
one.
on. Matsang.
Not complete.
Not complete.
Yeah, even if one of them is missing, we don't call it a Teljoki Lu.
It's not a body.
Then you don't have a human body. Okay? Mindro means wouldn't qualify. Wouldn't qualify as a precious human rebirth.
Wouldn't fly.
You wouldn't have a precious human rebirth if your ears were bad, or your eyes were bad, or you didn't have people around you practicing. Or see, if one is missing, it doesn't count. Then you don't have a real human body.
So, because I have to wear glasses.
If you can read, that's fine. If you can still read. You were born into a world where people had glasses.
That's true.
So you're even more special. Because you can keep your,
Could have been born in.
people carve the Kangir like this.
Yeah.
The Kangir is carved like this. The letters are this big. Why?
Because
There was no eyeglasses in those days. So people could read it till they're 70, 80 years old. Because the letters are this big. Okay? It's a little inconvenient to carry. Okay, go. We're back to our text. Yay! We finished the 18.
And we're out of time.
No.
Oh yeah.
Really? Are we?
Yeah.
Let's do this one. Come on, quick.
Kachik nare.
Yeah.
Kigen ge we. Mickey. Mickey keche yana.
He's back.
Sorry, I'm going to interrupt you. Hang on. This is for.
Speaking of large conures,
Yeah, here we go. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Tendra yanak chuni kinang sen tu kyorpe keche ki tendra yimpe kapsen.
Yeah. Now the famous example, kicking yao.
Kigen ge old
An old dog.
Old dog.
Okay, we say, yeah, take an old dog. Even old dogs have this. Okay, an old dog with a little beard. Okay, if it's his eye organ, then it must be one of the 12 links. Yes or no? First of all, is a dog in samsara? I mean, normally. Seems to be.
So I guess not.
No, but he says that the eye of an old mangy dog, which is what it is the eye that's found in the Wheel of Life, and we say no.
Well, if we were talking about the leisures and fortunes, we'd have to say no, but in the Wheel of Life, yeah.
Yeah, you normally would have to say it is.
Yeah.
No, certainly not. You can tell it.
We're going there. We're gonna go there. Okay, just chew on it till we meet again. Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Sasi
Chipuki Joshi Leton Tam Rira Bingshi Ninde Jambadi Sangye Shindu Mikte Uwagi Roku Namda Shima Chipasho Iranguru Rana Mandala Kamnayadayami
Gewa
Di Kewokum Sanam Yeshe Sozo Shin Sanam Yeshe Lechuwe Damba Kuni Tobasho. There's a thing I like to say at a DCI talk, which people respond to well, is to convince them that they're one in a million if they even made it into the talk. They don't have to understand anything. Just to make it into the talk, You see, you can.
Yeah.
So that's true. And people like at a talk to be told they're special. And if they are special and you tell them they're special, it's even better. So,
Can't win them all.
anyway, that's one option for a life tool. I'm not telling you what to do. You make your own life. You make your own life tool. But I'm just saying we do use this principle in DCI. Yeah.
Even better.
Yeah.